I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Just when the people of Goshen and the rest of Orange County thought a plan to partially demolish and renovate the closed county government center was moving forward, now comes word that the plan will have to be scrapped and a new approach taken. The legislature had signed off on plans to demolish a section of the building and to add a new wing to the complex. But Orange County Executive Steve Newhouse says the State Office of Historic Preservation and federal agencies now say they won't allow the project to move forward.
They equate the government center, some of the people up there, to the Great Pyramids of Egypt. So I'm going to be recommending to the legislature today an 8-person committee made up of John D'Ambrosio from the Orange County Chamber, Maureen Hallahan from the Partnership, Jimmy Smith, the former president of the Chamber, 2 legislators, 1 Democrat, 1 Republican, the mayor, the supervisor of Goshen, as well as a couple other leaders, to analyze the situation and make an independent recommendation to the executive and the legislature in the next few weeks on how to proceed. Do we build a new building on the site? Do we continue to lease? Do we sell the government center to a preservation group? Because that's really what the limited use is that it's looking like it will be. But that's where we're going to move forward. It is a major hiccup, but I'm going to show some leadership and take the county forward and give us some options, and then let the legislature and executive decide together what we're going to do.
The government center complex has been closed since September 2011. The county executive is briefing the legislature on this latest development later today. Keep checking here at Record Online for the latest chapter in the government center saga. A town of New Windsor man has been charged with felony assault for ordering his dog to attack a police officer. New Windsor police say they responded to a neighbor dispute at a Kenwood Drive residence where 46-year-old Gregory Hines became abusive to the officers. Hines then, according to police, released his 80-pound pit bull and ordered it to attack. Hines was tasered, but the dog bit Officer Hardy Pierce in the upper hamstring area. Officer Pierce then drew his gun and shot and killed the dog. Pierce was treated for the bite wound at St. Luke's Cornwall Hospital. Hines was sent to Orange County Jail on $10,000 bail. Besides assault, he was also charged with criminal possession of a weapon and resisting arrest. Words of warning from Sullivan County Sheriff Michael Schiff. He says county residents are being targeted in a telephone scam where potential victims are told they won lottery money or a Mercedes-Benz car, but they'll need to send money to cover a processing fee and taxes in order to collect their prize. Schiff says town of Highland residents began receiving the calls last week. The scam calls are coming from an 876 area code, which is the code for Jamaica. Businesses throughout the country have found themselves victims of crime. An increasing number of them are under attack from cyberspace. Orange County Sheriff Carl Du Bois was among those taking part in a crime forum for local businesses, sponsored by the Orange County Chamber of Commerce. He says the rise in computer-related crimes makes it more important than ever for businesses to have a skilled information services staff along with strong firewalls. Du Bois said one Orange County agency, which he didn't identify, recently had its computer system locked by hackers who demanded a $10,000 ransom. Sheriff said they were fortunate to have their systems adequately backed up.
I think it's in the media almost every day. You know, you're reading about these big corporations. And I was telling the one gentleman that you can imagine what their information services budget is. And if they're cracking through those firewalls, what does that do for the local businesses that don't have that kind of money to protect their systems? So we're just going to kind of like reinforce how important it is to protect your system and how costly it could be to get all that information back.
A Saugerties man has gotten into trouble with the law for allowing his 10-year-old son to drive his car on a public highway. The car was pulled over on Washing Avenue after police got a tip that it was being operated by a child. Police say the 10-year-old was behind the wheel and his father, 35-year-old Cannell Weiss, was in the passenger seat. Weiss has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child. And if you want to learn the secrets to living a very long and happy life, you might want to get some advice from Edith Smith of Pine Bush. Edith is 108 years old today. She lives at Schuyler Crossing Apartments in Pine Bush. She's the mother of 4 children with 12 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren, and 2 great-great-grandchildren. One of her fondest recollections as a young girl, she remembers people calling the Wright brothers crazy.
Laughing to myself about the Wright brothers. They said they were going crazy. All the old people didn't believe that. Well, one very prominent man said, birds fly, people don't.
At 108, Edith may well be Orange County's oldest resident. As for some advice for the rest of us, well, she says find a good doctor and do what you're told. Some better weather ahead after the rain earlier today. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny and pleasant with the highs Friday up around 80 degrees. Saturday looks to be even warmer with temperatures reaching the middle 80s under a mostly sunny sky. Start your day with the information you'll find in the Times-Herald Record and make Record Online your source for news whenever and wherever it breaks. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.